Okay, so this is the end of the video, but you're seeing it at the start because basically you've known from the title that I tried to make dango. Now, this was pretty interesting. First time trying to do it, didn't go great, learned a lot, and I actually had a lot of fun making them. Didn't look that great, but they actually taste really nice. So basically I just want to give you a warning before the chaos starts that this just is a bit of chaos. Enjoy! Okay, I'm JamesC64, welcome back to the YouTube channel. In this video, I wanted to make some dango, I believe it's pronounced, and I'm going to do that. I have all the ingredients set out in front of me. I decided to do it in Costco because I thought that would be kind of fun, and obviously I think Itachi from the Akatsuki, Joe from Naruto, is probably best known for his favourite snack being dango, so I just figured the Akatsuki outfit fit well. Now, I can't wear my ring, unfortunately, and before someone comments, I do know it's on the wrong finger. It's just too small of a size. So, let's get straight into it. Okay, so here's my main bowl. Unfortunately, I don't have any glassware, so we're going to start off with 100 milligrams of water. That is exactly 100. That worked. Okay, I was not expecting to get that first time. Perfect. So we're going to start off by mixing 100 grams of rice flour, 100 grams of sweet rice flour, and 100 grams of sugar, all into the bowl like that. And okay, so I add a bit more water because I didn't have enough, but I add way too much. I should have done like a tiny bit. I added maybe 50 to 80 milligrams more, which was almost half of the full mixture of water, which obviously did not go well, and I made a complete mess and made it way too gooey and liquidy. So yeah, this is that. I will be back in 2 seconds. I have to go fix this. No longer a goop. I have fixed the problem, and it looks what I'm pretty sure it's meant to look like. All I did was literally I got some more of my my white rice flour or rice flour, and more of my sweet or sticky rice flour, depending on where you go, depends on what it's called, and some more of the sugar, and I added it in the same amount. I think I held those up too high. Okay, but either way, yeah, I got my 3 ingredients to make it, and I slowly added them in one by one until it came out looking like this. So now that we have our kind of raw ingredients, I suppose, yeah, I don't know what you'd call this anymore, but now that we have the actual dango mix, it's time to break it into 3 parts, equal parts. So we need to divide it into 3 parts in order to make our white, green and pink / red dango. If you're doing this at home and you are a minor, make sure you have parent supervision when you're using the knife. You could just rip it apart as well. You don't need the knife. I just had it near me, so I did it. So we have our one that's going to stay white, as the white dango, which is going right up there. We have the one that we're going to turn into pink / red dango. Okay, so this was a long process mixing it in, but as you can see, I started with the 2 drops of red dye, and then as I was mixing it, I noticed it wasn't enough, so I ended up adding a third drop, of red food colouring, or the red dye, and you'll see in a second that it actually came out quite pinky, which was actually what we were exactly looking for. Now it is time to make our green dango, and what we're going to do for our green dango is, obviously we're actually only going to do we'll do 2 drops because we've seen how it worked with the pink, that turned out pink, not red, and we actually use a teaspoon of matcha powder mixed with a teaspoon of water. Now it does say tablespoon for the recipe, but the matcha powder I got was very, very strong. I have it mixed in here, so I'm gonna mix this away and I will show you guys what it looks like. Okay, here you go. This is me obviously doing the green dye first. mixing it all up, and then once the green dye is actually mixed in, you'll see me grab the cup and add in the matcha powder mix sort of thing. I actually think that I did this right, but this was confusing when I got the instructions online, so hopefully this is correct, and if you do try this at home, just obviously have yours more solid, because mine was very liquidy and it didn't come out that great. This is me dividing up the dango. I got into 6 balls from it, so that's just the 6 balls now. Once again, I had mine a little liquidy because I messed up with the liquid pouring it in at the start. I shouldn't have eyeballed it. I should have done maybe like a cap or 2 caps of water, not a whole. Okay, here we go, pour. It came out too liquidy, like I just wasn't able to fix it in time, but this still came out pretty well. And here you can see the balls forming. The green was completely messed up, but I still got stuff out of it. And we're on to the final step, which is actually cooking the dango itself. So what you do is you basically put the dango into boiling water for 5 to 10 minutes, maybe 15, depending on how big the size of the dango balls are. Once it's cooked, you put it into ice cold / very, very cold water, and that's pretty much it. That's how you cook it. And here's me just putting in the pink dango balls. Okay, as you can see, the dango is finished. It is ready. It is cooked and everything. It did not come out amazing. It came out like discs because it was too liquidy. I should have put more flour and more, rice flour, more sticky rice flour, more sugar, less water basically. Because you seen I messed up with water and it just came, it couldn't hold its shape properly when I rolled it into a ball. I did cook it, and to be honest, it's just kind of flat dango. But in terms of the green one was the worst, because once I added the matcha powder, it just went very liquidy, whereas the rest of them kind of held shape. But I think it's time to try it. Okay, the green one doesn't have much taste to it. The white one, not bad. That's actually kind of nice. And the pink one, break a piece off. You know what? This, considering how many times I messed up, this came out way better than it should have. It's actually nice. Hopefully you enjoyed this, because I actually had a lot of fun making this. It was chaos. But yeah, hopefully if you try this at home, don't make your mixture as liquidy as me. And also remember, when you're boiling them, boil the white, pink, and then green, because the green stained the water when I was boiling the rest of them. Luckily none of them actually changed colour, but yeah, boil the white ones first, then the pink, then the green. Hopefully this is helpful if you're ever thinking about making dango, and I will definitely make this again in the future.